The boy pulled from the rubble shortly after the collapse. I spoke late today with a young man named Nicholas Balboa, who could hear that boy under the rubble and what that boy said to him. Nicholas, thanks for joining us here. And I know that you were out walking your dog when you heard that sound, when you saw that giant plume of smoke and dust. Can you tell us what you heard and what you saw when you finally were able to make it over to that building?
It sounded like thunder. I honestly felt like it was like a storm possibly rolling in, especially when, the air was displaced. So all of the air and dust and everything was moving through the corridor. So it sounded like wind and thunder and whatnot, and you could feel the ground shake.
And Nick, you were actually able to see a hand waving from beneath the rubble?
I was. So the boy that was rescued this morning, myself and one other individual, we were the ones that were the first see him and to him.
And he was crying out, I understand. And what was he able to say to you? What could you hear? What did you say back to him?
He was saying, can you see me? Like, as he was waving his hands, sticking up, and he was like, I'm here. It's me and my mom. Of course, I couldn't see his mother, and I couldn't hear her. I hope that, I pray that she's all right. So my prayers go out to him. He said he was about 10 years old. He was just, don't leave me, don't leave me. So I just made sure that he could hear my voice and know that, like somebody's there. And that, I'm trying to get help. We're going to get you out of there.
We are with you, Nick, in your hopes that his mother will be found and saved as well. And he asked you not to leave him, as you pointed out, and you stayed there right until the first responders could to pull him from the rubble.
It took a little bit of time to get him out, but the police officer that came, he climbed up and he was able to get a good vantage point. I was in flip-flops at the time, so I couldn't climb up as high as I wanted to. But the police officer was able to make it up there, and then, we were able to get fire crews to him, and they worked to get him out.
Nick, these numbers that we're now dealing with are just simply overwhelming, the number of potential people unaccounted for still. I'm curious, you saw that boy waving from the rubble. You could hear his voice. Did you hear the voices from anyone else, or were there any other signs that there could be people trapped?
The thing that really stood out to me, especially being back there, is how quiet it was. Even with emergency vehicles, fire engines are loud. Being at the front of the building, it was extremely quiet. And he was the only person that I could hear and clearly see and get to. So I just, instinctually, it was just we needed to get to him. We can get to him. We can save him. We can get him out of here.
Well, Nick, we're just grateful that you and, of course, your dog are okay, and we're also grateful you went and stayed with that boy until the first responders arrived. Thank you.
Thank you. I can't imagine, but I hope that they're able to give some information. I honestly hope that they find his mother. I can't imagine being that young and losing her.
We're praying too. Thank you, Nick.
Thank you.
Nicholas Balboa, who stayed with that boy until first responders arrived, just extraordinary, and his description of how quiet it was at the scene.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.